Hi, how are you? Welcome back. I'm glad that you are here with me today. I have a little something different planned today, a bit of a merging between my coaching practice and my mental health background and my meditation practice. One of the things that I happen to encounter frequently is just really deep rooted pain. A lot of people, when they come in for any kind of behavioral health or mental health services, they're really struggling with something that hurts. And sometimes that hurt is so deep and so old that it's hard to recognize what the actual root of it is. And in many cases, particularly when there's trauma, the roots of that are in childhood. So perhaps these are things that you've been dealing with your entire life and didn't have a name for, didn't have a place to put it, didn't really have a framework to understand it. But we have to heal that part of what hurts before we can really move into that next phase of our life, that next level of well-being, or just a really deep-rooted happiness and contentment with where we are and with who we are. So this meditation is going to focus on healing the things that hurt. And it's going to be tailored a bit towards those wounds from our younger times. So you're going to be asked in this meditation to put yourself through thought back into a circumstance where you recognize you were hurt, emotionally hurt, physically hurt. It could be a trauma. It could have just been a really negative situation that shaped the rest of your life. Maybe you wouldn't categorize it as a trauma, although I also find that most people who've experienced trauma do a little bit of comparative suffering and don't allow themselves to use that word, don't allow themselves to categorize their pain as a trauma. I once heard a yoga instructor say that trauma is always in the room, and I'm finding that to be true more and more as I engage in this work, as I teach, as I explore meditation. I do think that so many more people than we would think experience traumas in their life. I think sometimes we have this conceptualization that it's a big traumatic thing, and sometimes I think it's small personal interactions that just kind of leave such a deep wound, and that is a trauma in its own way. And then when we think about the work of physicians and ACEs, so if you're not familiar with that is adverse childhood experiences, that work tells us how prevalent these difficulties really are and how frequently they occur in childhood. So the purpose of this meditation is to go to that place. And so I caution you to be prepared for that, to be prepared for a reaction, to have resources available to you, a place that you can reach out if you need to process some of this pain. But we're going to go to a place in our memory. We're going to try to really embody what that moment felt like, and then we're going to give some care to that version of ourselves. So I say all that to make sure that you're well prepared, that this could be an emotional and an impactful practice, but I'm hopeful that what that also means is that it can be a healing practice and can maybe help start that process or complement whatever processes you're already engaged in to start to do some of that deep healing of those traumatic things that you've experienced in your past, or heal the wounds that have just really stubbornly held on for you. So when you feel prepared to practice with me, I would invite you to join me right now in an easy seated position. Close your eyes. Just take a few deep breaths to bring yourself here to this place. You don't need to breathe in any special fashion. Just let your breath enter and exit in a way that feels natural and comfortable. Scan your body for any points of tension. Use the exhale to release that tension. And just keep your awareness on the breath. On the inhale and on the exhale. Allow yourself to feel grounded, connected to the earth below you. Feel the place or places where your body is touching the floor, or the ground, or the seat beneath you. And once you feel that grounded connection, see if you can rise up through your posture. The straight back, straight spine. Lifting up out of the hips just a little tiny bit. Feeling rooted and connected and powerful in this seated position. And now I'm going to invite you to visualize any past experience that makes itself available to you, in which you experienced pain or were hurt. And it can be as recent or as old and ancient as you prefer. Gently and compassionately try to visualize whatever space you are associating with that memory. It could be in a home or outside. Paying attention to the sensations in your body as you're experiencing that place again, as you're visualizing it in your mind. And if you feel changes in your breathing, or if you feel tension begin to return to your body, just gently use the breath to bring yourself back to a strong, grounded position. You're safe right now. You're safe in this space. And if you are able, and if you haven't already, picture yourself as you were in that moment, whatever memory it is that you've called into being for yourself right now. Picture yourself, your child self, your adolescent self. Picture him or her or them in that space. And now picture yourself as you are right now, your adult self. You're standing there as you are today, next to that version of you, that child version of you, that younger version of you. And the you of today sees the pain, the fear on that young person's face. What do you do? I invite you to reach out. I invite you to extend a hand or an embrace to the younger you. I invite you to repeat the following words to the younger you. You are okay. You're okay. You're not alone. It's not your fault. I'm with you. I see you. I love you. I'm here with you. You're okay. You're not alone. I'm here with you. It's not your fault. I love you. Allow the younger version of yourself to hear the sounds of those words, to feel the warmth of your connection, to feel the embrace that you offer. Allow that younger version of yourself to receive this message. You're okay. It's not your fault. You're not alone. I'm with you. I see you. I love you. And repeat those phrases as many times as you feel called to. Your adult self saying them to the younger self. Your younger self hearing them and taking them in. Now bring your awareness back to your body in the present. You may be feeling some discomfort, you may be feeling some pain. Trauma settles into our bones. And so know that it's perfectly natural and normal right now if you're feeling discomfort in parts of your body. Check your breathing. Make sure that you're still taking full inhales, full exhales at a slow but steady pace. You may find that your breathing changed during that exercise and that it may be hard to focus on the breathing right now. If that's happening for you, see if you can focus on another sensation. Try to feel the sensations at the bottom of the feet, or bring your awareness to the places where you can feel your body touching the floor or the ground or the seat beneath you. You're okay. You're safe right here. Allow yourself to feel your connection to the earth. Allow yourself to feel rooted and grounded. And lift up gently out of the hips. The nice, strong, straight spine. Your head resting at the top of your shoulders. Chin slightly raised. Fully present in the strength of your body and your soul right now in this present moment. Allow yourself to feel that connection with the earth, feel that energy, know that you are safe. You just connected powerfully with a deep and dark pain, and yet you survived it. And here you are, sitting tall, grounded into the earth. You give your shoulders a slight roll towards the back so you can open up your heart center. Allow all of that good healing light to enter you, knowing that you just took some big risks, but that you also took good, sweet care of yourself. And that is the way that we heal. And you can feel free to sit in this quiet, gentle space for as long as you'd like. Or you can return to the present moment and open your eyes at the sound of the bell. So as I mentioned at the beginning, there obviously may be a lot of different reactions to that practice. If you are feeling any adverse reactions, if you're feeling vulnerable, if you are having symptoms of anxiety or post-traumatic response, reach out to a mental health professional. You can always reach out to me if that feels safe and comfortable, or reach out to whatever support systems you have near you. It's not uncommon that this type of an exercise will bring up a lot. If you're feeling okay, but you are noticing a response, you can also perhaps journal during this time and just kind of help process that experience and what came up for you, and help to just sort of move it out of your body. I find writing to be a really helpful way to sometimes get it out, literally out. I actually sometimes picture like a line of, like a black line coming out of my temple, and it aligns with my shoulder and it runs down my hand, and as I'm writing, I'm picturing that's the train of thought, and I'm leaving it on the paper. So that helps really make the journaling process a little bit even more impactful in that I'm visualizing that. So feel free to use something like that or something of your own making if it helps you process these feelings. But just know that you just did real hard work, and that it's not uncommon to feel a reaction, and to just make sure that you're well supported if you need that right now. Thanks for practicing with me. Thank you for being brave. Good job.